Correct, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay.
Good afternoon.
And yeah, and this is my questions for Eldar. My first questions are based on your research proposals that you have shared to us in WhatsApp group. First question, why do you choose classroom action research as your research design? And the second question, what makes you believe that YouTube channel Easy English can improve students' listening comprehensions? Is my questions clear, Elda?
Yes, Anjali. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. My questions.
Okay, I will answer Anjali's question. It's about why I choose classroom action research as my research design. So the reason I choose classroom action research is because I believe that YouTube channel Easy English can improve students' listening skills. Therefore, I use classroom action research, which means that the classroom action research has the intention that the researcher must be sure that the research that will be carried out done must be successful. So in conducting this research, of course, it will be done more than once until the researcher gets the desired result. And then for the second question is that what makes me believe that this YouTube channel can improve students' listening comprehension. Is that right, Anjali? Okay. The things that makes me believe that YouTube channel Easy English can improve students' listening comprehension because this YouTube channel has videos with various contexts that can be found in everyday life, such as daily life, family life, school life, describing something, etc. Everyday context, as I have mentioned, will make it easier for students to learn because students will easily have apply it, especially in their life. Another reason is that this YouTube channel was created to learn English because this video is equipped with animations that fit the context discussed, which also aims to make students not easily bored in learning. Then this YouTube channel has videos with subtitles which are useful for students to know the words mentioned in the video. And the most important thing is that the pronunciation in this video sounds clear, so it will be very easy for students to improve their listening. Is that clear, Anjali?
Yes, that's very clear. Thank you.
Do you have any suggestion?
Yeah, I have about the reason why you choose, why you believe that can improve students' listening comprehensions. So I think you need to include previous research that related to your study, so it will strengthen your belief that this strategy can improve the students' listening comprehensions. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you for your questions and suggestion. Now, we proceed to the second discussion. I would like to invite Damasus Christo. Please have your time.
All right, sir. All right. I have a suggestion first because I personally think that you have not very specific and you have not explained clearly about how you will implement the YouTube channel Easy English as a worksheet for your student, which bring to the question that I want to ask is, how do you implement the YouTube channel Easy English as student worksheet to improve students listening comprehension. I want to know about that. And I have another question about participants. Will all classes in grade 8 become your participant in the research? I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay,
silakan.
I will answer the first question. How do I implement the YouTube channel as the student worksheet? Because my goal is to improve students' listening comprehension, in my students' worksheet, I will give about 10 multiple choice ABCD questions about the video that I will ask them to watch. The 10 questions are about questions that lead to students' understanding of the video. For example, I will ask who is sick in this video. So in the multiple choice, I will give the option of several names which students are expected to answer correctly. Then I will also make a true or false statement, which I will give 10 questions that students hope to answer whether the statement I give is true or false. And then for the second question about all classes in grade 8 will be all my participants. So in looking for participants, of course, I will first ask the teacher concerned, that is the English teacher, about which classes have students who have difficulty accepting English lessons, especially in listening. Thus, the classroom recommended by the teacher will be my participant in conducting this research. Is that clear, Damasus?
I think so. Thank you, Elda.
Are you done? Sudah?
Yes, sir.
Masuk? Okay. All right, now my turn. Look at this, yeah, improving listening comprehension with YouTube channel Easy English. Ya. Secara judul sudah oke. Improving student listening comprehension ya. Dengan YouTube channel. Ya, saya sekali lagi ingin bertanya seperti yang sudah ditanyakan oleh temanmu lagi, tapi I want to confirm once again. Why do you choose Easy English? Yeah. In what way do you think this channel is helpful? Gimana? Silakan.
Before that, I have looking for many channels in YouTube like BBC, but I didn't found like the good animation. So I choose this because it has good animation.
Okay, just be quick ya. Yang pertama, the first one because animation, gitu ya.
Yes.
Yang kedua, apalagi?
It has subtitle in the video.
Subtitle. Okay, and what else? Dua itu. Gitu kah?
It has context with daily life, which can make students easy to apply it in their life.
So the topics covered by Easy English is real life topic, something like that. Is that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, so that's important. So you have to, you have an idea to argue why you choose Easy English, because in YouTube there are huge number of YouTube channel that can be used. Basically, so any YouTube channel can be used for for practicing or learning English. But you come to the decision that you choose Easy English. Okay. Now, you have to bear in mind something like that, and you have to write that in your introduction. Oke, nah introduction-nya saya kira sudah oke, good size ya, dalam arti tidak terlalu pendek, tidak terlalu panjang, so it's just okay. As what I have was that usually suggest you that you have to link. I mean, you have to talks about the problem that are faced by the student in the classroom. Mudah-mudahan itu sudah dimasukkan di sana. Okay. Research question, how does YouTube channel this improve English listening comprehension? Okay, good. Ini sesuaikan dari purpose-nya. Signifikannya saya skip ya. The scope of research, okay. Terminology, listening comprehension, okay. Understanding the meaning. Individual words. Nah, kalau listening comprehension itu bukan individual words, karena comprehension itu biasanya longga. Kalau cuma individual words ya itu bukan comprehension, itu understanding English ya. Kalau listening comprehension itu they talk quite a long ya, or quite some time, and then the listener can understand what is being talked about. YouTube channel, oke. Kalau YouTube channel tidak perlu dijelaskan, tapi yang perlu dijelaskan adalah Easy English. Di sini harusnya bukan YouTube channel, tapi Easy English channel. Easy English channel. Easy English channel is one of English learning channel, misalkan seperti itu. Yang isinya harusnya begitu, yang isinya biasanya yang seperti yang you bilang tadi itu. Nah, di sini harusnya ada alamatnya sudah. So English channel can be seen from this address, kasih addressnya ya. So a quick definition of Easy English channel. What the best describe English channel? So that's become the definition of it. Yeah. All right, and then frame of theory, listening comprehension. Nah ini yang harus perhatikan. Jadi kamu itu mulainya karena ini kan classroom action research. Jadi kalau classroom action research itu we are talking about teaching. So it should be the title. It should be about teaching English, teaching listening perhaps ya, teaching listening comprehension. Gitu di sini nih, bukan cuma listening comprehension. Your research is not about listening comprehension. Your research is about teaching English, teaching listening comprehension. Ya, jadi kita sebenarnya itu fokusnya. Nah, kalau mau didefinisikan listening comprehension silakan, tetapi sebelumnya harus bicara tentang teaching English di konteks, EFL context. Why, for example, we need to practice using YouTube channel because English is not English is scarce, or it's not easy to find in daily life situation in our context because English is foreign. Yeah, so teaching English is something like in Indonesia we have to find listening resources by ourselves. Ya. Nah, kamu ceritakan situ tentang teaching listening di foreign language context dan sebagainya, itulah kita ceritakan terlebih dahulu ya. Nah, baru selanjutnya adalah we focus or we try to explain about listening comprehension. Ya. Nah, jadi listening comprehension ini sebenarnya panjang ceritanya. Because you have to explain listening comprehension. Aspek apa aja tentang listening comprehension. Jadi ini judulnya terbalik-balik ya. Harusnya teaching listening comprehension dulu, kamu bicara masalah teaching English in foreign language context, kemudian kamu bicara masalah teaching listening, kemudian you bicara masalah listening comprehension, aspek apa saja yang masuk ke dalam listening comprehension, skill apa saja yang di train ya, what skills of listening comprehension. Ya. Itu bagian pertama. Bagian kedua, you are talking about YouTube channel, ya. YouTube channel as teaching media boleh, because YouTube channel is one of the media available for a teacher to use ya in their teaching. Nah, advantages, okay, you can talk about that, tetapi ini tidak terlalu penting ya. Yang lebih penting kamu bicara tentang easy English nih. Ini malah belum ada. So you have to talk about easy English. So why easy English ya? Kita bicara dulu tentang easy English. Easy English itu apa? Dia channelnya kamu bicaralah lebih detail di sini. Misalkan apa topik-topik yang di cover di easy English seperti apa. Kemudian level daripada easy English itu seperti apa? Apakah dia beginner atau below intermediate, upper intermediate, and so on like that. So, or easy English cover many levels, so multi-levels material. So you can choose the material, whether it is easy, basic, until the more advanced English listening resources. Something like that, yeah. You talk about this, yeah, easy English. Dikasih alamatnya lagi di sini, because this is actually the place for you to explain about easy English more extensively. Ingat, judul kamu ini sebenarnya cuma ada dua topik besarnya. Yang pertama adalah teaching listening comprehension, yang kedua adalah easy English channel. Jadi oleh karena itu dua topik ini harus dibahas dengan panjang lebar. Okay, so that's your literature review. Now research methodology, research design, CAR, classroom action research. You need to talk more about classroom action research. Ya, tapi ini sudah oke menurut saya. Research desainnya, cuman sayangnya ini cuma satu paragraf, ya enggak mungkin kan satu section satu paragraf. So you need give 1 or 2 more paragraphs when you talk about the idea about CAR, why classroom action, things like that. Yeah. Ini prosedurnya cycle 1, cycle 2, planning, acting, observing, and reflecting. Ini sudah oke, kecuali penjelasannya yang belum oke. Jadi planning itu kita tidak hanya mengatakan misalkan researcher and English teacher prepare for the teaching learning process. Prepare-nya maksudnya yang paling penting tuh maksudnya apa prepare itu? What you did, I mean what you are going to do in planning section. So acting, this is the most important things, parts that you need to talk, to explain, because classroom action research. Jadi kan actingnya ini yang penting dijelaskan. Ya seperti yang ditanyakan oleh temannya tadi, ya siapa tadi itu. Actionnya apa? Ada Mas kalau nggak salah tadi bertanya itu. Actionnya itu apa? Karena action research itu kita mau dengar mengajar dengan menggunakan easy English itu seperti apa prosedurnya. Ya, so you have to explain in this section. Ya. And then observing during activity blah blah blah, we'll watch. Are you going to watch? Jadi kalau kalau sambil mengajar gimana watch-nya? Are you going to record? Or are you going to ask someone to help you to record? I mean, what I mean record is to watch, to observe, yeah, and then put some ticks, for example, on observation checklist, yeah. Reflection, as well. during the research, not during the research process, ya. Reflection itu adalah bagian terakhir yang kalau kamu sudah selesai mengajar, ya kamu duduk sebelum keluar dari kelas gitu, tapi anak-anaknya sudah keluar, tinggallah guru di situ, harusnya dia berdiskusi tentang what already happened. Nah, that's reflection. Jadi artinya di sini harus dijelaskan dengan detail, ya, bukan teori. Ya. Misalkan reviewing and summarizing the result of observation. Nah, itu bolehlah yang itu. Analyzing the activity notes collected. Jadi reflecting justru sebenarnya yang lebih penting adalah looking at the weaknesses, ya, of the process. Itu baru reflecting. Ya, reflecting itu ditujukan untuk mencari kelemahannya ketimbang mencari kebagusannya. Walaupun yang plus minus, I mean the strengths and the weaknesses should be in our reflection activities. We want to know. Oke, riset partisipan. Nah, ini oke. Yang penting di sini adalah sebenarnya the number also, ya. Also important is to mention the size of the class, ya, the number of the students in that class and what class, A, B, C, D, or you choose a specific class, you know, I mean specification. Ya, maksud saya begini, kalau ada kelas yang kelas unggulan ke, kelas biasa ke dan sebagainya, you need to explain more here. Ya. Alright, kalau di SMP 1 kan saya kira ada kelas-kelas unggulan dan sebagainya. Mungkin, I don't know ya. So, but this what I mean here is that you describe the classroom. I mean not the classroom actually, the class and the group of the student in the class about their English competencies. Okay, technique of data collection. Tekniknya ada measurement dan observation, yes. Kemudian measurementnya, toolsnya itu adalah scoring table. Sebenarnya bukan scoring table. Yang pertama adalah student worksheet. What do you mean by that? Student worksheet was utilized to obtain data assessment. Yang mana yang sebagai alat observasi? Cuman field note. Nah, harusnya bukan student worksheet, tetapi students, what's that? Not student, I mean observation checklist. Nah, bukan scoring table, tetapi lebih kepada students comprehension. Bukan, sorry, tool. Ini kan toolsnya, berarti listening comprehension test. Nah, di sini. Worksheet-nya ini bukan student worksheet-nya, tapi listening comprehension test. Atau test of listening comprehension. Itu yang major data. Your major data is coming from test. And then supporting data, you can have field notes. And third is bukan scoring table, tapi observation checklist. Nah, kalau kamu juga ingin observation. Oke, data analysis ini sudah alright. Kita tidak perlu yang macam-macam. Kita cukup dengan mean score saja, nanti ada standard deviation juga harus ya supaya kita tahu keajekan sebuah data ya. Oke. Nah, sebenarnya kalau untuk ini ya not pass dengan pass ya. Oke. Nah, this one ya. Ini the quality scoring, the quality bisa dipakai bisa enggak, karena kan dalam penelitian kamu tidak mencari apakah excellent, or good, atau average, atau poor. Tidak, tapi lebih ke sini nih sebenarnya. So whether it is KKM ya, meet the KKM ya, the minimum achievement, or over the KKM. Alright, next references. References ini tidak konsisten ya, kamu harus menggunakan. You have to use APA style ya. 6th edition. Walaupun sekarang sudah ada 7th edition, kita pakai yang 6 saja dulu lah. Nah ini belum nih, saya sudah berkali-kali tolong mengikuti yang standar yaitu APA ya. Saya sudah kasih contoh di grup kemarin ya, saya upload jurnal artikel dari JIT. Ya. Nah, kemudian yang belum ada ini adalah tes listening comprehension serta observation checklist. Nah dalam sebuah proposal itu harusnya sudah ada nih. Field note oke lah, field note kan gampang, selembar kertas selesai. Yang susah di sini adalah test of listening comprehension. Di sini harusnya test of listening comprehension. Nah, yang nomor 3 harusnya adalah observation checklist. Nah, gitu. Nah, ini dua hal itu, dua instrumen itu harus sudah ada dalam proposal. Sebelum kita seminar harusnya sudah ada, karena di situ nanti kita akan dapat feedback dari reviewer, ya, dari your friend and also from me. Oke, saya kira that's good ya, udah hampir sudah oke, tinggal memperbaiki poin-poin yang sudah saya sampaikan tadi. Nah, saya kira ini sudah bisa go on lah kamu kalau kamu bisa menyelesaikannya dengan baik. So I believe that you are going to, I mean, you can use this point, this title. Okay, Eldar, do you have any question?
No, sir. Everything is clear.
Okay. Nah, oke. Nah, apa? Ini rekamannya nanti saya upload. Saya tidak pakai edit-edit lagi, pokoknya karena kalau ngedit itu lama nunggunya. Jadi saya akan upload apa adanya. So please use this feedback to improve your, I mean the quality of your proposal. So then I hope that everything that I have mentioned or discussed in this opportunity, that's mostly about the questions will be asked by lecturers when you give your presentation during real seminar later. Kemudian sebagai feedback secara umum, your presentation melalui kemarin perekaman dan juga mahasiswa yang lain itu yang jelas harus PowerPoint-nya tuh harus diperbaiki. PowerPoint-nya itu adalah yang namanya juga PowerPoint kan, berarti itu adalah pointer ya. So do not put your paragraph in your slides ya, but you put some points ya that you really want to highlight. Nah, jangan membaca tetapi mempresentasikan. You have to explain. Do not read ya. It's very important karena itu akan sangat jelas kelihatan walaupun baik itu melalui Zoom kayak gini ataupun apalagi tatap muka ya jelas akan kelihatan. So you have to prepare not only you yourself but also your presentation slides ya. It should be only where I mean a summary, the points that you want to deliver. Baik, saya kira itu pertemuan kita kali ini. Kita akan lanjut minggu depan. Ini sudah mahasiswa keberapa nih? Keempat kan? Nah, jadi artinya mudah-mudahan secepatnya akan selesai. Saya kira itu ya. Thank you very much everyone. So good luck for your study. So I want you to keep hard working to improve the quality of your proposal. So then soon after we complete these subjects, you are ready for the real proposal, the seminar proposal. Baik, saya akhiri di situ ya.